So you're thinking of putting yourself in a sweetening jar? Or maybe you have put yourself in a sweetening jar. I've gotten a lot of comments about this. This video continues to circulate, so let's get into it. So why are we putting ourselves in a sweetening jar? Well, the same reason we would put anything in a sweetening jar, to sweeten up our life, right? This is why petitions and writing your specific intentions are very important. So somebody said, I put myself in there and things are usually lucky for me and they seem to be going worse. Okay, what's happening? Let's talk about it. First of all, when you put yourself in a sweetening jar, okay, and your intentions are just to sweeten up your life without uber specifics, you need to remember that the universe is going to sweeten your life in multiple ways. But are you open to receiving, and are you able to notice the ways that your life is being sweetened? This is not to say that the mundane things that go on that cause us inconveniences aren't going to happen, but how do they happen? And are they happening so that something better and more sweet can come into your life? Let's go back to tarot and the tower card. Tower moments, right? It's everything crumbling, a foundation that's not solid so that it can be rebuilt better, stable. So let's say you have a car situation, right? Your car is maybe on its last leg and you're putting it and you in the sweetening jar, hoping that the intentions are something good will come. Well, maybe you have to get into a little fender bender and total that thing out so you can get a brand new car. Or maybe that car has to take its final bow and you're going to get something 10 times better in a way that you couldn't even imagine. And that's the sweetening jar doing its work. It seems really inconvenient and shitty, but the outcome, the overall outcome, is probably much better. Because this all boils down to, like manifestation and stuff. You're asking for better. Well, the universe is going to give you better, and usually by taking something away that's not in alignment with the thing that's better. Or maybe you put yourself in there and your light bill is not as expensive this month that it was last month. That's a pretty sweet trade-off, 222 on the timer. You have to find the sweet that's bringing into your life. If your intentions are just to sweeten things up, then you have to find the silver linings. You're not necessarily going to put yourself in a sweetening jar and all of a sudden you're going to be like the luckiest human being on planet Earth. Doesn't work that way. It's a simple practice of doing something to sweeten up a situation or your life. It's not a huge energy working that you're calling on the big guys to help you, have a miracle unfold in your life. There are other workings that you can do and other things you can do to bend those type of energies. But for a sweetening jar, something very simple, that's what you're going to get. And the neuroscience behind it is when your brain is programmed to find the negative or find the problems, it's going to give you more problems. So you, after putting yourself in the sweetening jar, need to start recognizing the little sweet things that are coming into your life. Even if they're small, that's what you're asking for. And you need to acknowledge them, acknowledge the good things, no matter how small, and the universe will start to see that you're acknowledging all the good and bring you more good. Make sense? And however, if you want something very specific to happen within that sweetening jar, then you need to put that on the petition. You need to be specific. Words and intentions matter here. But if you're just going to write your name and birthday on a piece of paper, put a tag lock in there and stick your ass in a sweetening jar, then you need to start looking for all the things sweet. Again, no matter how small. But that's how you should be living anyway. That's how we rewire our brain to bring more good in, by finding the good. Find more good. You'll continue to recognize more good, and you will align with good things continuing to happen. Blessed be, babies.